Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Group Action Roll. It's Daggerheart. We're playing the Shattered God. It's been a couple of weeks, but we got the band back together. Say hello to the cast of, I almost said Group Action, the cast of the Shattered God.
Yo,
hello, everybody.
How are you? What's up?
Hello. How are you?
I am good. I am excited that we're playing. I'm like determined to figure TikTok out today.
I'm watching.
It's not
you.
looking like I'm going to though. Let's go around the horn and let's say what we did while we were off. To say hello to everybody. Anything you want to promote, feel free to promote now. Oleg, Goldie, how you doing, Goldie?
Hey, I'm back. I was missing, but now I'm not.
You were missing but now you're not, and we're gonna get into where you were in world in a moment. Alaran, Dar, what's going on?
Not too much. How have you been?
Good. I've been okay.
Yeah, it's been all right. Work's been slowing down a bit, which is nice. I actually have some brain power after work, so that's good.
Awesome. Mine's going the opposite way. I'm a remote worker mostly, but I got called into work 2 days a week, and I'm just not dealing well with it.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to do that.
Yeah, no, it's no fun for me, but it's, I've been spoiled. Throg, Mac, how goes it?
It goes well. I didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything in the time that we were off?
I've seen
a game
with somebody. It was weird. I don't know who they were. Work stuff like that.
I gotcha. I've seen you playing. I've seen you and Hal play. I don't know if I caught you this week, just because I've been like head and pillow early.
I don't think because I'm not on. You're talking about over. That's there is one next week. There is a charity event next week, but weeks. But I playing tomorrow night. Well, I did play, but you don't see me on that one. I don't know which one I'm talking about, but
there's one. We're not sure which, but something coming soon, I hope.
Yeah. On the 22nd there is another charity event. If you don't mind me saying, because even though it's for somebody else, we did a Pets for Vets charity.
Cool.
And we are doing another one, 22nd again.
Oh, very cool. Definitely let me know. I'm happy to push that out on all of our socials as well. It sounds like an awesome cause I can totally get behind.
I get to play my little jerky wizard again.
Nice.
Kind of an
Story Sage.
Hi. I was missing last week. My bad, guys. Be healthin'. But yes, for those who don't know me, my name is Sage. On most social media, I am Story Sage, which is STORI Sage. Most of the time, when I've been gone, no kidding, I've just been editing a lot of videos and writing and doing some. Yeah, it gets fun. So,
editing videos it's time consuming. I need to do it myself, but it's one of those things you just gotta sit down and do, right?
Yeah, I'm learning to kind of enjoy it. I'm not very good at it, so it takes me forever, and that's the part that frustrates me the most.
Yeah, and then the more you do it, like the longer you'll take with it. I mean, I'm sure there's people who master it and are super fast, but that hasn't been my experience personally.
Not me.
Hell, what's going on?
Hey, everybody. Glad to be back. Glad to see our friends Sage and Goldie back. Be sure to keep an eye out for us, Sage. Just kidding. I'm Ricardo. I go by RPG on the internets. I make content for TTRPGs and all that good stuff. Got them over on my Patreon for mostly free. If you don't know, Ghost has some one-shots coming up. Are they full yet, Ghost?
I have one spot left in the Watchfires of Carvos Keep, which happens on the 30th. I believe Mac is playing in that one. And I have 2 spots left for the Last Pilgrimage, which is on the 20th of November. And Phoenix is playing in that one.
Very cool. I am also running some Daggerheart, but over on Solid 10's channel. We have a one-shot coming up in November that we have an open weekend for. So head over to solid10dnd.com after you visit groupactionroll.com. Hit apply. Come play some Daggerheart with everybody. It's a great time.
Absolutely.
Especially the last game we did.
The Solid's one shot in November. That is, did you pick a date for that? At the end of November?
It is towards the end of November.
Right.
I think it's day after one of yours.
Yeah, I think it's the weekend of my wife's birthday, so I can't play, so I'm bummed.
Yep.
Gah.
Totally understandable.
Are you guys playing tomorrow?
We are off tomorrow. Some of us in the party are celebrating wondrous milestones with our better halves. So
Don't know if he's still speaking, but I don't have Hal.
Yeah, I don't see or hear Helm online. I had to refresh. I'm still not seeing him.
Oh, I can for sure. House
That's-
clear.
I can too.
That's strange.
Yeah.
I'll refresh here once I'm done saying hello to everybody.
Okay. I have
Hello,
you on.
everybody.
I have you on the stream, I think.
Yeah, I can see him on the stream, but I can't see him in our chat
The luckiest man in the lobby.
or hear him.
Ooh, Solid says the 21st. That's not. That might be doable actually, because I think we're going away that weekend. I'll have to look into that one. Cool. All right, moving on over to. I don't even know what to call you anymore. Phoenix, Blue, Jen, Jen.
You can call me Jen or Phoenix. It's fine. Whatever you want to call me, I guess.
I'm like, what am I
yeah.
going to say today?
Just pick one. Roll a dice. Yeah, I have been recovering still. I am almost done with the pain meds, and hopefully that means that I'll get my brain back. And I won't be as fuzzy. And I won't need random naps. So it'll be great. And then I'll finally get to start streaming again and everything. So, you know.
Great. Well, I hope you get. I hope you are feeling less fuzzy, but I hope you still get the chance for random naps because those are just cozy.
I guess so. Just not forced random naps.
Right. Yeah. That's important. Okay. Does anyone want to recap what happened last episode?
I vote Mac because you did a phenomenal job last time. Look, I wasn't here. I can't do it.
Y'all tortured me enough last episode, gosh darn it, so y'all can do it.
I know, poor Phoenix, almost responsible for Elam's death when you weren't even here.
Don't say that. Listen, I heard everything. I know exactly what happened.
All right, so starting from the top, you all arrived to what we call Lower Althwin, which is the Elven kingdom. So the kingdom itself is sort of the main part of it, I should say, is a floating island in the sky, right? And there's some of the kingdom that sits along the crater of where that floating section used to be. And you sort of arrived into the lower area, encountered some roughly goblin-sized spiders somehow. And sort of in investigating those, you found out kind of where they were going. And they were making their way to Upper Elthwin. You could see that they were trying to make their way to that floating isle. The bridge had been decimated. There's still some floating chunks that were still caught up in the magics that hold the city up. You decided to traverse the the bridge. You utilized Oleg as a workhorse and had him carry a couple of your companions across while the rest of you jumped and climbed and whatnot and flew, those who could fly. When you made it into the city, you found a home. Well, you did some searching. Mac found some TNT, if I remember correctly. You found your way into a home where you decided to take a little rest because Oleg was sort of all tuckered out. Oleg and Elmd took first watch. Elmd deep in their book. You all fell asleep. When you woke up, both were gone. No trace. In searching the area, you found some scuffs and some disturbed earth that kind of made it seem like something went towards the main road, where you saw a trove of spiders moving towards the main palace. You decided to follow, in the process of which Throg had out his large soul fragment he's sort of been collecting along the way. The spiders recognized this and parted for you, letting you into the main throne room. When you got into the throne room, I missed a part, sorry. There's a big old lore drop through Dar's visions. Dar had a vision of a person and his wife having an argument over going to war, a debate, really. Him going to war, and then the wife ultimately being the victim of violence. And then he saw people from his past and the friends that he has been traveling with all lying dead in a throne room, and standing above their bodies where this was this dark figure with these crimson eyes. And then you all did that. And then you all went and saw the spiders, went towards the throne room. And when you got to the throne room, waiting for you there was Nixarath, the once god of chaos in Arendor. Now he proclaimed himself a couple of things: a destroyer god, the god of broken thrones. He kind of sounded like he was just trying not to be the lesser god that he was. He said even he can now make gods, and with that he picked up Elmd, who was nearby. He must have been responsible for taking them, plucked out one of their quote-unquote eyes, imbued it with his essence, and made a new god of chaos, throwing Elmd to the ground. You all fought it. This was a gobstalker, which was from the playtest. You did a great job. You overcame this weird toothy eyeball, but Elmd was worse for the wear, and you had to make some decisions on what to do with Elmd. You opted to let Elmd fall unconscious. I believe you also poured potion into their wound, really
Yes,
unsure
and
as to how it was going to work.
Smush it in,
And-
so it could absorb. Because
And mash it in. Essentially,
yeah.
you were just making soup.
Oh my god.
Nom nom.
It's gonna happen eventually. Soup's on. So that's where we are right now. Is that we are the group is resting next to the corpse of this chaos god. I'm getting ready for some soup, or whatever happens to Elmd. Oleg is still gone. Oleg is still nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
So we're gonna find out what happened to that right now. You all ready for the intro?
Yeah, let's
Yep.
go. Oh,
right.
I'm nervous.
There's nothing. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. I only have 2
Mhm.
health. Or two
Yeah,
health,
well,
2 fear.
Solid gave you fear, and I don't know. You always make a comeback.
You listen. Don't worry about me. Just roll what you're gonna roll, and then whatever happens, happens. It's collaborative storytelling.
We
I'll
joke
take
about it, but we love it.
I'll take it.
Truth.
No, how could you do this to us? Betrayal.
I've done it so many times already.
Almost every single
True.
episode. I love it.
I think so. I won't spend them on myself, so
Solid says the dice decide, and they do. And we're going to find out what happens right now. Here we go. Ready? Take a deep breath. We'll be right back.
There's a crack in the sky where the stars used to be, and the prayers that we whispered now fall at our feet. What we thought was eternal was only a spark. Now the gods are just echoes that fade in the dark. But I still hear a voice like a fire in the rain, saying go on, remember, don't let this be in vain. We were born from the ashes, we rise from the pain, carving names into silence, rewriting the flame. If the heavens are breaking, then we'll stand where they fell. We are more than their echoes. We are the story we tell. We were marked in the night by a hand we don't know, with a burden we carry but never let show. Every step is a secret, each choice is a threat. Will we fight for the fallen or crown gods instead? And it's more than a fate, it's a promise we keep. In the ruins of faith, we still dream when we sleep. We were born from the ashes, we rise from the pain, carving names into silence, rewriting the flame. If the sky comes apart, then we'll ring out the bell. We are the ones who remember where the light once fell.
And we are back. All right. Back to where we left off. I'm trying to get some mood music going. The echoes of battle still linger in the bones of Thalan'dor's fallen throne. The Chaos God, that writhing shape, unmaking, has been silenced. The storm it brought with it has faded to a low, rumble hush. Where it fell, the marble floors cracked open like a wound, silvery veins of the city bleeding light into the dark. The throne room lies quiet. Broken columns lean toward the shattered dais. Banners hang in tattered ribbons, and the moonlight pours through the fractured ceiling, cold, unkind, and absolute. You're all alive, but barely. Ellum lies against the step, their breath shallow, but steady. The side of their face was enwrapped in a stained cloth, stained in a viscous fluid that passes for blood. There's no residual magic, no divine glow, only the raw weight of what's been taken. Echo kneels beside them, tending the wound with quiet precision, wrapping bandages with trembling, gentle hands. The rest of you sit or stand, bruised, bleeding, haunted. The silence between you feels heavier than the fight itself did. Whether the wound will scar or fade in time is yet unknown, but its absence says more than pain ever could. Nixarath had a lot to say. His words hang in the air, lingering like smoke. His tone had been strained, but calm. Too calm. He looked upon Dar. There was no threat. There was no hatred. Only invitation. He said that you were born of fear, that Raziel forged you in storm and flame, but that Nixarath, allegedly, supposedly, can make Dar something more. A god not of obedience, but of vengeance. But why Dar? Why him alone? Perhaps Nixarath saw in him a mirror? Same kind of divine fracture, creation torn between two fathers. Perhaps it was meant to claim him, or to set him free. And while his attention seemed to be fixed on Dar, you all felt it, the subtle turn of his gaze towards Throg. A glance not out of curiosity, but of recognition. In Helm, you're the one who led the party here, not to Cathala, where your family waited, but to Thalan'dor. You said it was strategy, that the elvish city held something vital, something from Elam's vision. You all see the truth in Hal's eyes, and in the way he won't meet yours. He was running from his kin, from his past, from the judgment of those who remember the man he was before he became the man he is, marked. Echo. The rest of the group takes uneasy refuge in this broken throne room. Your eyes catch a faint shimmer in the distance. Just beyond the tall broken doors that act as the entrance to the terrace. It's subtle at first, barely perceivable, like a ripple in the air, like moonlight reflecting on moving water. You move a little closer through the archway past the terrace. You glimpse it, a vast, ancient garden surrounded by walls of stone. It's a reflection of your home, as if part of the garden had seeped into the mortal world. An emerald forest glows from beneath its canopy, a luminous green, similar to what Elam described in their vision, similar to the glow of your own home. And you feel it deep in your chest, the unmistakable call, the pull to return home. But for now, let's pull back the veil. Not forward, backwards, to a quieter moment before Elm was taken, before the battle, before the throne cracked and gods bled. You found shelter in a small home upon entering the gates of Thalan'dor, one of thousands that stood empty. Air was cold, still. The windows were unbroken. The walls still held warmth from the family that once lived there. Outside the garden swaying in eerie silence, the night was calm. All you could hear was this skittering of the occasional spider on the main road. And while all others slept, two remained awake, Elmd and Oleg, the scholar and the seraph, the rational and the divine. You share the quiet of that elven home as the night stretches thin and your friends rest. The spotlight is to you.
What is Ellen doing right now?
Elmd has their head stuffed into the Book of the Dawnfire, which, of course, Elmd is covered in eyes, as we know. One more eye than they have now, unfortunately. And so Elmd is using their other eyes to, survey, keep watch, while their main two eyes are focused on the Book of the Dawnfire, reading this book in a language that only they understand. Silent, uninterested in you, absorbed in the book that they are reading.
Oleg interrupts or attempts to interrupt Ellen's reading by saying, so, would you rather a grumpy, sentient bag of holding or a bedroll that is a singing mimic?
Elmd actually tilts their head upward toward Oleg, just kind of sits still as if considering in his vast in their vast amount of knowledge, and then says, I find more utility in the bag of holding. It would, however, be irritating.
With that answer, he's just going to sit in silence and gaze out over.
Elmd continues reading their book, looks down and says nothing else.
Elmd, in this time, so I know you weren't here. Elmd has been reading that book, let me tell you. The entire time. Do you want to make a roll to see what you've learned? Any interest in any of that?
I would absolutely love that. I definitely caught that listening back to the previous session. Noted what you said about that. Yes. Not
only because I only have 3 fear. I'm not just forcing a roll.
No. No, I definitely do. I would like to determine if Elmd learned anything from this book, which I would assume is a knowledge roll, hopefully.
Yeah.
Cool. I am gonna just roll a knowledge roll. Cross my fingers. I got a critical success. That's wild first roll.
It's gonna be one of those games.
Woo!
All
Man,
right. Critical success. Outstanding. Okay. Has Ellen been researching anything in particular or just reading the book?
I think that Elmd, is searching for information, any information they can glean that references or seems familiar to the magic that they set out to learn about, and in particular about anything that may help them in their objective to protect their home.
Okay. That's broad. Let's think.
My bad.
No. So the Book of the Dawnfire is specifically a book about the gods, but the magics or the energies, the powers that they've been confronted with. Let's say that we can give you a list or some insight into those that you've encountered so far. So, Solaris. Actually, this is going to be fun. So, as you've been reading through the book, you start to see some of the familiar names on a critical success. I'll just give it all to you. You've read about Solaris, how he started off as just a woodland sprite in Echo's home, the garden, and worshipped the goddess Uthara. And over time, Uthara no longer wished to or no longer cared to govern the garden herself. So she raised two mortals to complete the task. One of those mortals was Solaris, to be the god of the sun. The other was Soralia, to be the goddess of rain. And together, Solaris and Soralia are charged with managing the garden, Echo's home. Similarly, you read about Nixarath and how Nixarath came to be this mortal human general living in Corvallis who sought out battle with the orcs. The name Nixarath itself is a name that comes from Orcish tongue, which means bringer of death. He adopted the name, and it was through his brutality, the amount of souls he sent to the Vale of Stillness, to Nazara, that impressed both Nazara and Dravos. Both gods raised him to be a lesser god. They're responsible for making him the god of chaos, which is viewed as like the first divine sin. Interestingly enough, you also came across a story about a bard who was said to have a beautiful voice and a presence that none could resist. One that he could go into a room, he could go into the saddest funeral and play a song, and they would leave joyous. He had this effect on people everywhere he went. And you learn their name was Lyro. Is there anyone else that you wanted to know about? I give
What
you
a
one
good
more and a
question.
critical success. It was
Wait,
3, 4.
oh man, I wish I could remember. Possibly. I'm checking one thing in my notes really quickly. Because I feel like I think I wrote something down. I think I wrote something down. Please tell me.
You wrote something down?
Oh yeah, who me?
The problem is finding it. And
Well, everything's highlighted here. However, so I did find it. Let me see. Yeah, no. Okay. Thank you for giving me a moment to see if I could find it.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm sure I wrote something down.
Last call, one more.
All right. I would like to know about Nizara.
Nazara. As you read through your book, you learn of Nazara, very reclusive. Nazara is the goddess of death. As mortals die, their spark, their soul, passes through her realm, the veil of stillness. It's Nazara's job to ferry them to the life beyond, this other plane of being called the Luminara. She has never physically stepped foot in the mortal plane.
Do we know that for sure?
That's what the book tells you. So if you trust the book,
Well, I mean,
there's other stuff in there about how there's, she's viewed as like she's the second sister. She's very close with Velora, who's the goddess of life, obviously. There's no ill will between them. They're very much a balance of one another. But she's a little jealous of her sister. She's very reclusive because of her role in the balance of Arendor.
amazing. Wow. Super interesting. Cool. Well, thank you. First roll of the night. Okay, we got to keep up the streak, guys.
And on that, as you continue to read your book, Oleg, as you sit back and watch this new friend that you're traveling with frantically page through this book, none of your jokes landing. Out of the corner of your eye, you start to see this weird shimmer, this light. Something impossible. As it flickers, you start to, try to shake it off. And it creeps in either side. And as you start to panic and you turn your head, the world around you blurs. The walls of the elven home ripple like water. The sound of wind turns into birdsong. The ground beneath you softens from stone to soil. The scent of dew fills your lungs. The air hums with life. And when your vision clears, you are standing in a very different but very familiar realm. If you wouldn't mind, please describe to me the glade as you stand in it.
The glade is a vast, expansive woodland which is eternally under a full moon. The sky is not so much cloudy, but there's a thick fog which catches the moonlight. There are streams that are never quite rivers, but they seem to come from all over in different shapes and sizes, and none of them seem to have a natural logic to how they flow. The flora is a mixture between how you would expect flora to look and definitely unnatural bioluminescent flora littered between.
This realm under constant moonlight is one that's familiar to you from your time as a Knight of Lua. The air shifts, warm, oddly golden. The scent of wet grass and citrus fills your nose. The light becomes a little brighter. It doesn't burn, it cradles you. As the forest hums around you, leaves tremble as though holding on to their breath. It's changed since you've last been here. The glow is a little fainter. The water reflects not the sky. The air hums with restrained divinity. The pulse of a god who refuses to sleep. And as you turn, there he stands. His form, again, mostly appearing to be some sort of sprightly human elven shape, but made from something so much more. His golden skin shimmers with slow-moving sunlight, hair like woven flame, his eyes bright, so bright that they blur your vision when he greets you. He stands unclothed, as always, unashamed. The warmth of him is constant, not necessarily gentle, the warmth of the sun that never ends. It's beautiful, but exhausting to endure. He sees you and says, "Oleg, I didn't believe I'd see you so soon."
Can't say I did either. What are we doing here?
Well, you've let the garden grow wild, he says, looking around. I expected better of you, Oleg. I thought you would have cleaned up this place by now.
Well, can't say I've been back in a while.
Well, I can't say anyone can get here without you. This belonged to Lua. But since I've untethered it, let's say, her reflection has gone. Chaos unmade. What remains is yours, to do with as you command. He sort of gestures around you, kind of pointing to problem areas that he sees, like over here and maybe, I don't know. Do you feel it? The moonlight, it's all just reflecting my radiance. We're so tied to this plane.
What happened to everyone else?
Well, you did. Much like you, they have to make the choice on who they're planning on following. They still believe they follow Lua and have been locked out of the glade. But with your help, they can make their way back.
So what are we doing here?
Well, I'm glad you asked. We have a problem, don't we? Mortals. Trespassing. Tearing holes where they don't belong. The elves. The first imitators. They've wandered back into my garden. My realm, Athara's realm, but the one I look after with my sister. You know the story there, I assume.
I've never been one much for reading, but I know the general gist of it.
Yeah, the elves came from the garden. They were given the option to leave. They chose to go. We told them, you go, you cannot return. And that was the covenant. And they held to it. The roots remember their footsteps, even if they do not. But now they're back. And they bring with them decay, fear, memory. And that corruption will overtake the garden, much in the same way that it's overtaking the mortal realm. It's found its way to seep in through our portals. And their presence only escalates that decay, excuse me. Now, I've burned them out once. This time, I put this charge on you. I mean, you could bring them here. This realm answers to you.
What happens if they come here?
It's up to you. They need to go somewhere. They can't stay in the garden.
So it looks like we don't have any other option then.
You could also send them back to their home, although that place isn't looking too great currently. He steps closer, his glow dimming just enough that you can sort of see his shape and his expression. He's sort of dimming himself so that he doesn't burn you as he gets closer to you. There's more, though. Your friends, your life persists even when we are out of the realm. That one that you travel with, the Stormborn, the Scarecrow.
Duh.
Do you think he's the product of Raziel, the Tempest?
Don't know his nature.
He certainly seems to be touched by the Tempest. But, Raziel, he likes to take credit for thunder, even when he didn't call the storm.
The other god, what do you think?
Well, I can't make a life. The gods can't create life from nothing, not without the will of Aaron. We can shape, we can mold, we can refine, but the spark of being, though Valor is its caretaker, it's Aaron, and Aaron's alone to command. Raziel may have tempered the lightning that struck, but he didn't kindle a flame or a spark to awaken. But watch him carefully. That Stormborn is more than he seems, and when the time comes, it may be his choice to destroy life or to restore it.
Has anyone ever told you you're really cryptic?
No. Why? What have you heard?
Okay. Oh, nothing.
He turns and starts to sort of walk in the distance and stops and then sort of looks back, like sort of expecting you to follow.
He follows.
He's just kind of walking barefoot across like a shallow pool, the center of the area where you're at the clearing where you're in, each step rippling outward. Now you and your companions are drawn north. You can feel that, can't you? The pull towards Valeth, the scar, as the mortals call it.
That's where we're headed, Yanni.
He sort of raises his hand up in the air, almost like he's capturing light as it swirls in his hand. And in the light, you can see this image of a crater. This glowing lavender veins of crystal webbing through mountains of black glass. Vraelith is where the Shattered One stirs. It is not yet flesh, not yet will, but it feeds. It takes what belongs to us, to all of us. When you mortals die, your souls pass beyond. The Luminara. The place of divine rest, we could say. It's a breath that follows the final exhale. Quiet garden when Nazara guides them to the next song of existence. And that's how it's meant to be. And as he sort of clenches his fist, the light goes away. But the Shattered One is stealing that breath. Souls that should pass into the Luminara now linger, suspended, unended, inverted. The usurper takes what is Aaron's and grinds it to his own reflection. It feeds him, builds him, until he can step fully into your world.
So Nixarath isn't here yet.
Oh no, Nixarath is. Nixarath is a product of our pantheon, unfortunately. The great divine sin is the tag that we give him. A mistake, for sure. But he is just a soldier, a general. The Shattered One has turned him, much like he's turned some of our other kin. Raziel, even Nazara, the Raven, the goddess of death. She should have stopped all of this. It's her duty to move those souls from flesh to eternity. But she has chosen silence. And that silence in the face of such corruption, that's allegiance, if you ask me. I have heard that she's exiled herself to her realm, the Vale of Stillness. Have you been?
No, but it's starting to sound like we need to.
I don't recommend it. Total darkness. There's a blasphemous sun and a moon that rise together, give off no light. They're not real. The spark of all living things must cross through there, eventually, on their way to the Luminari. But it's empty, and Nazara does nothing.
I can't say this is helping me understand what you need me to do.
Well, the spark of every living thing. The breath that warms the blood. That is Aaron, the god above all. He's never gone, Oleg. He's been here all along. He's just scattered. Every mortal life is a fragment of the divine. The Shattered One seeks to claim those sparks, make himself whole by stealing what was given freely. But you have a choice, Oleg. You can remain here and tend to what little remains of peace. Or you can go to the Scar, to Vraelith, and face what would claim the light that birthed you. But before you go, the garden has always been where creation began, and if it dies there, everything else dies with it. Probably. This beam of light sort of comes down, illuminating him. He says, "Now go, Keeper. Remind the world that there's light that still burns. And as he turns to go, he stops one last time and looks back. Is there something on your mind?
Oleg shakes his head.
Very well. I'll be watching. You know where to find me if you need me. He sort of like swirls his hand. And as he does that, the light, this blinding light, flashes. And almost as if it's a breath, inhaling its brightness and exhaling, suddenly you find yourself standing on marble floors in a room you're unfamiliar with. And at your feet is this monstrous split thing with tentacles coming out of its back and other eyes, big teeth, lying dead at your feet. And you turn and you see your friends tending to Elland.
Looks like I missed a party.
Where did you get off to?
Long story short, I was in the glade.
Oh, look out the doors, like behind him. Yeah, the he doesn't understand that he means like a supernatural glade. He just assumes he means the one behind the throne. I think we're meant to go there next. We're just resting up against, well, that thing.
Well, when we're rested, we need to make our way to the crater.
I'm not quite sure what you're talking about.
Well, Solaris came to me, and I might not be the brightest spark, so I might be getting some of this wrong, but he's saying that the Shattered One is corrupting Erin, and with it all of creation, and we need to go and put a stop to it, and that involves going to the crater.
Wait, so he basically said to do what we're already planning on doing?
Yeah, but I think we maybe need to get there sooner rather than later.
Oh, so like before all of us, like, visit our scars or whatever that guy was saying. I wish Elland were here, awake, so he could, so they could tell me, like, the name of the person that said it.
What is Ellen's current state?
I'm assuming Elland is still unconscious at this moment.
That's up to Elland.
Oh, am I? Am I not?
You all have been like, you're all recovering. Like, so, Echo made soup out of your wound, poured in the potion and mashed it in. So you got a nice stew going. Certainly smells of soup.
Because whenever wounds, are healing, there's more heat there, so it's definitely
Sure.
hot soup.
So we decided that we were going to leave Elam's condition up to you, like how that potion affected you. If you wanted Elam to their scar to heal or not, totally up to you.
Whew, okay. All right. So I was about to say Elumd like opening their eyes, but then I realized their eyes are always open. So Elumd stirs a little bit. Just kind of moves very slowly, almost, as someone who is sick or very injured would, and looks with their main two eyes toward Echo. And Elumd says, I almost failed. And then you hear him say in a very low voice that only Echo can hear the final word, which is you.
I was fine. I have many emotions towards you at this moment, Sage. Okay, it's fine. So, as soon as Elumd started stirring, Echo's attention obviously shifted. And he just kind of like looks to like the wounded eye that Elumd can't see out of right now because, well, it's not there, but also it's
Correct.
like covered with stuff. Can see cloth. To the eye that, the main eye that is not gone. And I'm gonna hide chat. How? Why you? Okay. Sorry, my headset got caught on my chair. Okay. And he just says,
Oh, well, that's fine. It's fine because you're okay, like kind of weren't okay, and I was really worried for that whole time, but you're fine now. Sort of. I don't know how it's gonna. That was a big chunk. Do you grow back?
Elumd essentially ignores everything that Echo just said to them. Pays absolutely no attention to their missing eye, which is, by the way, still missing, though you cannot see it through the bandage. And Elumd is purely staring at Echo and says, you helped me.
Well, I mean, yeah. Why wouldn't I?
Is this what friends are?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's part of it. Of course.
I am learning.
Well, you can ask me all the questions you want.
At this point, Elumd does finally reach up to their eye with their, marshmallowy eye-covered hand and reaches up to the eye that's missing and just says, Where is my eye?
I mean, I kind of wasn't paying attention because I was kind of super worried about you. I don't know what he did with it. I'm sorry. Guys, did y'all see what they did with Elam's eye? I was just staring at Elam, the body, the rest of the body, not the eye. So, like, you know, did y'all see what happened?
Throg points to the creature dead on the ground. He made it into that.
Elmond looks toward the dead creature whose name that I cannot say. And what does Elmond know about this creature? Mr. GM.
I wouldn't say that Elam really knows anything of this creature. This is sort of something that came from the mind of Nixarath. It wasn't like a creature that existed in the world before. Just some sort of monstrosity that he changed your eye into.
Question. We checked. Didn't we check to see if there was a crystal inside the gob, whatever?
Yep, you checked to see if there's a crystal inside, and there was
we
no.
Find the eye?
No.
I thought we found like some mass thing.
I don't believe so. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's nothing to be found. There's no soul shard fragment in the eye itself. The eye itself.
I thought we found like something that other than the crystal. I thought we found
No, it is just guts and stuff inside. He created the monster from the eye.
Yeah.
Guts probably isn't even the right word. It must also smell like soup. That's all I can think of.
It probably does.
It was a gigantic. It's very much like the thing I told you about in my yard. That gigantic mushroom that's now just squished. I'll send you pictures. I've been documenting it as we go.
It's pretty that's like threatening. Alvin, isn't it? Like, just you're next.
So I don't think Elam knows anything of this creature. You might sense some of the magics, but it's very similar to the magics you've been sensing the whole time.
So I have an idea of at least like the general, like, okay, I get it. Okay, so in that case, Elmond is going to, you know, in their very slow way, give a glance to this creature, say, and then looks, well, this is so weird, you know, kind of turns their body this way and that to look with their many eyes and says, where is my wheelbarrow?
Oh, it's right here.
Elmond
Should be nearby.
Yeah, oh yeah, you brought it in the room. It's there.
Elmond must not have seen it due to their eye injury.
Echo's blocking it because Echo's like right up next to Ellen. Like, oh, it's right behind me.
Like, you can't see it. It's just, see?
Love it. So Elmond is going to, Elmond does not have legs, just so everyone is aware. Okay, there's no legs. So Elmond is going to reach up and use their hands to kind of pull them up onto this wheelbarrow, starts rifling through the things that are in the wheelbarrow and looking over it to make sure that it is still as it should be, as the wheelbarrow is kind of Elam's home in a way. And then looks up and looks around at the party and asks, what happened?
Oh, well, that's a good question. We were going to ask you what happened. Your wheelbarrow was just outside. Oh, and here's the book. I kept it safe, okay? I kept it safe. You left the book, so I knew everything was wrong.
And then he hands over the main book that you've been reading.
As you hand Elland this book, he again ignores your question and instead conveys some information that they learned while reading the night before. And in particular, because they find this of most importance, I'm not going to, but we're just going to say, Elam tells Echo about Solaris, who began as a woodland spirit in the garden, worshipping the goddess Althara. And as Althara no longer cared to govern the garden, raised 2 mortals to complete the task, including Solaris as the sun. And so is it Solaria or Soralia? Soralia. Okay, I did write it down right. Who is the rain. And that those 2 were charged with the garden. And Elam conveys this information to Echo in his very slow speech.
How long does it take to convey that?
A while.
And Echo's just like, like waiting in between each pause that might be the end, Okay, I'm Ghost, we had talked about this. I'm assuming that Echo has at the very least heard those names. Did he know that they were once mortals that were raised up?
I think he definitely knew of he knew of the those who govern the garden for sure. Why don't you give me a history check, which is it's not at all what it's called. Give me a knowledge roll. Yep, to let us find out if that's something that Echo actually knew.
But I don't want it because I'm full on hope and you have no fear. Okay, all right, I'm gonna roll it. That's a 6 with fear. You're welcome.
Okay, so as Echo's thinking back a ways to his time back in the garden, through studies he had with some of his mentors, he starts to feel a little bit panicked, thinking of, oh boy, I should know this. You can't seem to pull any additional information out. You didn't know, or you can't remember if you should have known, if that's something that you learned and forgot, or it's just something that you didn't realize that he started as a woodland sprite.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I knew about the god of the sun and the goddess of the rain. The goddess was my favorite. But, yeah. I don't know. But I didn't know that they were, like, once mortals that were raised up to be gods. That's kind of neat.
And as you're finishing your sentence, Elam, you suddenly hear the earth around you, the whole planet, the whole island that you're on, this floating island, seems to shake and then settle.
I have a question. What does Elland remember anything from the time of their disappearance to the time of their waking up?
No. The only thing Elam remembers is reading the book and then suddenly going unconscious and now waking up here with bandages on their face.
In that case, Elamda is going to look around and once again ask, where are we? What happened? Why am I injured? And probably like 3 other questions.
Well, I mean, he stabbed his hand into your face and took your eye out. So that's why you're injured. You know. But they were trying to... Wait, wasn't he talking to... Was it you, Dor? That he was all like, join me, you know?
Yes. I think he did that because I turned him down.
Oh, like previously?
That was the first time I spoke with him.
Oh, I see. But yeah, there's a scar just beyond, in the
And I have already like Ghost, did I step away from the unconscious Elmd to follow the pool earlier, so I already know that there's like a reflection of the garden?
I think in the time between you fighting the Gobstalker and now, you've been tending to Elm, but you also have let them rest. So there's like glass, now broken glass doors behind the throne that sort of like lead off into like a terrace, and that terrace overlooks this vale of sorts, this walled ancient garden. So you've like walked up to those doors, and you can see what you recognize as the shimmer from one of your puddles. Everyone else just sees water, but you recognize the energies.
Yes. And I feel a pull to go back home.
Well, it's not like the pull that everyone's been feeling from their sparks, but it's just like a longing.
Yeah, just a longing. Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that, there's a scar for one of us past those doors somewhere,
We must continue. And Elmd, using their force push, pushes themselves a little bit closer toward whether it's an opening or a window, not like heading directly toward it, but just going a little bit closer to where they can see the garden.
So as you force push, some baubles rattle around your cart that you have in there. You have like this little container with your clay in it still, and this little rock that you got from that archive. It rattles around as it finds its way back, sort of all of your belongings seating around you. And you make your way to this glass door that's been broken, and you can see just beyond it a bit of a terrace, and past the terrace you see this green glow emanating from some of the ancient trees in this vale. Now, you and Echo have both been here before, looking through the library. You've heard of this vale. It's sort of a sacred place for the elves. This place is called the Vale of Alarian. It's very sacred to the elves. It's within the walls of the main palace. You may not have been there yourself, but it's a very sacred place to the elves. And you recognize this place as you see it. Specifically, Echo. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Both Elmd and Echo have been to the garden. The life that pours out of this place, the flora, is very similar to that of the flora in the garden, almost as if parts of the garden are spilling out into the mortal realm. But specifically, Elmd, you recognize some of this forest here and the glow from your vision. Your divine vision from way back when.
Which one? Like the very first vision that I had?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one when you were marked.
Oh, okay. Oh, I understand. I remember them. Yeah, so Elend is going to look back toward the party, not move, just turn a little bit in the wheelbarrow. And they're going to look at the party and actually point in the direction of this glass door and the veil of Larian past it. Here lies our path forward.
Echo's like already right there. Just, you know, we need to start turning.
Let's get moving then.
So are you all moving towards the door?
Thrall will get up and head over to the door.
Can Echo fly and just kind of go hover over the water and just look?
Yeah, sure. So as Echo is first and opens the door, the wind drifts through the shattered arches into the throne room. As it creaks open, moonlight spills across the broken marble, and beyond it lies this vast expanse, this Vale of Alarian, this ancient garden that once crowned the heart of Thalan'dor. The air sort of changes as you step outside. It's thick with moisture, old memory. The scent of wildflowers ride on the wind. Beneath it, there's this copper hang of decay. The Vale is not untouched by time or by violence. From the terrace, you can see where thousands must have trampled through, paths below torn, soft earth gouged by boots and claws, marble cracked where the roots have swallowed the road. There are statues of elves, dozens, frozen mid-stride, hands outstretched in terror, faces twisted toward the sky. Families turned to stone as they ran. A few still clutch one another, petrified in their final embrace. Others reach for the walls, for the forest, for freedom. But all of them point to the same direction. The water. At the center of the Vale, the great pond that glistens in the moonlight. And the others see only that, a still silver pool reflecting the pale ruins, the stars above. But Echo, you see what they cannot. Surface is not calm, it ripples faintly like a breath. The reflection doesn't match the world around it. You can see the light within the water, soft, golden green, moving as though beneath glass. The air around it bends, faintly shimmering. It hums into your being, into your bones, and you know it instantly. This is a portal to the garden. Not made, grown, living. And as you fly above, surveying the area, you take note of all these statues, but there's one at the water's edge, half sunken in the soil, already overgrown with moss. Smaller than the rest, a delicate figure, of a winged being with one arm raised as if shielding their eyes from the light. There's the faintest trace of color that lingers in the stone, iridescent hues, like dew on glass. And though the others may not be familiar with this being, you recognize their face instantly. Will you describe the statue that you see, please?
Is it Trill?
You know it.
So, huh?
No.
What? Everyone sees Echo fly over to the statue that smaller than the other ones, and actually smaller than him, and he just kind of like cups their face and kind of like removes the moss. And well, the statues all look the same, but you definitely see some wings. You know, another butterfly to some people. Yeah. I don't even know what else they would really be able to tell. The clothes are also made out of leaves, just like Echo's. Yeah, I mean it's basically a feminine version of Echo that's smaller. More delicate, even though Echo's pretty delicate. But a little more delicate. And he just kind of like stops flying and lands in front and then doesn't say anything.
And as the group sees Max is given hope, as the group enters into the Val, like Echo, that pull that you felt before when Elend was down had dissipated in the time since you saved them. But now as you stand and see Trill, that feeling returns, this burning of your mark returns. And as you enter into this space, Elend, you feel a similar burning of your mark. As you approach Echo, Dar, you get this sharp burning of where you were marked. Three of you have a pull upon entering this space.
Does Trill still have her? So you said that she's iridescent. Does she still have like her purple stuff that all the spiders were collecting?
Would you care to look a little closer?
Yes. Oh, by the way, I'm full on hope if you wanted to, like, I don't know, give those back to Mac or give them to somebody else or something.
Oh, because okay, I got you. It's up to Mac. So to answer your question, can you see? Yeah. So if you want to make an instinct roll, you can do that to try to see what you can see. Without doing your roll, you can see that the statue is intact. That's what you can see.
Okay, I am actually about to use Two Hope, most likely. Can I use my portal hopper ability for being able to decide whether an effect or a creature or an item is from another realm to try to see, like, I mean, she's from another realm, but, like, is she still there? You know? Like, you know.
Okay, yeah. You
Okay.
sold me. You're trying to see if this being from another realm is their essence is present. Sure.
Yeah. It's with hope this time. I'm so happy. Okay, let me count. 17.
Okay. So as you get really close to the statue and you can start to, the statue itself it's not like a cut from one piece type of statue. It's like almost like a cobbled together. Obviously it's not actually a statue, but the stones themselves are cobbled together to their small spaces, and in between the small spaces you see the faintest lavender glow beneath the stone.
Okay, Echo's gonna stare at her for a little bit while everybody else does stuff.
Just real quick, Elmd is going to take one of the very small mushrooms that has a little bit of moss on it, and Echo may know that this is a mushroom that Elmd or that Echo gave Elmd for its reminder of the nickname that Elmd once gave Echo of Moss. And Elmd keeps this particular mushroom in the front corner of their wheelbarrow and may have even perhaps been checking to make sure that it was still there when looking through their things. Elmd takes this mushroom and they move a little bit of closer to Trill and reaches up to place this mushroom on Trill's shoulder. And as they reach up, they kind of place it, and their hand, sits on Trill's shoulder. And as that happens, this mushroom seems to almost, it's almost growing a little bit backward, just attaching itself to Trill's shoulder. And Elmd's hand sits there for a moment longer before he removes it. And he instead takes, he instead, there, man, Elmd is going to place their hand on Echo's arm and just keep it there for a moment, for as long as Echo needs to stay and honor Trill.
As we watch this scene unfold, the rest of the party is slowly walking towards you. Helm, what is Helm doing as he walks up?
He's kind of keeping to himself, away from the group as they let him go. And, he's thinking about, those times in your lives where you think about, hey, I made this decision to go left instead of right. And one of my friends were gravely wounded. What would have happened if they had gone right? Would they still be wounded in this manner? And so he's feeling the guilt of prior days, but at the same time, he still doesn't want to go back to Kerthala, and I think he'll walk up next to Throg and lean into him as we're keeping it quiet and whisper to Throg, all right, once we're done here, where do we go? We should probably not go to Kerthala next because that's so far away.
I'm not really up on these things, but I don't think we have a choice of where we're going. I think it's just going to leading us there. I don't know if you want to call it destiny or fate or Dumbahaka, but it just seems like we're on a path here. I mean, obviously we gotta go into the water. All the statues were going to the water, but I was trying to figure out something here. This stone absorbs all of those crystals from the dead people. But they have to be broken, and it seems like it's the spiders are taking the crystals out of the people. I wonder if we can put them back. I mean, there's not really a kinship between elves and orcs. I mean, honestly, we hate each other. But I hate to see another race wipe off the map, you know what I mean?
Don't know much about this magic stuff. Only what the knight gives me. I mean, maybe we wait until Echo is finished with what he's doing. Because
I don't understand it either. I mean, my magic is simply, I cast axe, I cast fist. It's simple. 1 + 1 = 50. If you do it.
yes, my lord.
You shut up. I'll nudge him and walk on. It was just
And
a
I'll stay
chair I
put.
fell asleep in.
I'm not too sure about that, Your Highness.
Would you like to see a demonstration of my magic? I have a spell that can make you a head shorter.
No, I think I'm okay.
Okay. But, like you said, your original question, I don't think we have a choice of where we go next. I know you don't want to go back there for some reason, but we're gonna go back there, my friend. And I'll be there with you. So will everybody else. We got to face everything together. It's how we've been surviving this long. You were there for me in the tomb. I can be there for you against whatever's waiting for you back there. No one gets left behind.
And as you continue trying to put Helm's mind at ease, you remember that it's your vision that was pointing the group to Carthala to begin with.
Oh shit.
As this is happening, what's Oleg doing?
Oleg is mostly staring at Dar and thinking about what Solaris said to him.
And what is he watching Dar do?
Dar was watching Echo and Elmond and the statue for a bit. But you said I had a pull towards the pond as well?
Not the pond necessarily.
Or not the pond? Oh, okay.
No, you feel a pull almost in reaction to the Echo seeing Trill.
Okay.
Your mark begins to burn as you're pulled towards the situation.
I will walk over to them as well, and the statue, and slowly put my hand on it as well while they are doing the mushroom thing, and I'll walk over and place my hand on the statue as well.
Okay. And what do you do? What goes through Dar's mind as he places his hand on the statue?
Not sure what's drawing us to it or why. But I will.
Everything that Dar's experienced. I mean, up to this point, I mean, Dar's pretty young. Dar's only been going for a few months now. Y'all have been traveling for a few weeks. Dar, since the start of this adventure, has been having, for somebody who doesn't sleep, you've been having strange occurrences. You've been seemingly peering into the fears of others. And in this moment, as you reach up to this statue and feel the cold, dark stone in your hand, feeling this burning divinity radiating from this small heart shape on your chest. I know that you have a patch on your cloak that is shaped as a heart.
Mm-hmm.
And that patch burns directly straight to the wood of your body in a straight line. And as you feel that pull, as you place your hand on the statue, what does Dar do?
I'll put the other hand onto the patch and just release a slight electrical shock into the statue, just to see if that does anything.
So as you relinquish some of your energy, it jolts across your hand into the statue. You see it sort of twist up that mushroom as it sizzles and the mushroom wilts.
Yeah, Braga. I think he needs to let the doll go. You should tell him. Give in to it. Let it go.
Cool.
Spark. Let it go. You should let that all go. You should tell him.
I'll tell him.
And as you sit watching Dar do this, you're reminded of your experience, the nightmare you had just a couple weeks ago before coming here. Being closed into that dark room, the eyes of Dar appearing, the comfort he gave you, the confidence to be yourself, to do the things that make you, you, remove that fear. and give you courage, give you hope. And then you watch the scarecrow, new to the world, holding the statue, tilting his head. You can see that he's puzzled in what he has to do next.
Echo is going to use Wild Touch real quick on the mushroom to try to unwilt it.
Okay.
It's just, I do harmless, subtle effects, like helping a flower rapidly grow, so I don't know. Like, kind of try to, like, undo some of the...
Okay, walk me through how this happens as Dar is still holding the statue.
Echo probably would have brought his hands down from her face a little earlier. Somewhere in between the mushroom thing and Dar coming over. But he'll just kind of lift his hand up and where he saw the kind of shocks kind of like go up it, he'll kind of trace it and then like kind of just rotate his fingers around the top of the mushroom as he does his wild touch to try to bring it back.
So you push this magic forward into same path that Dar's electricity followed, and as it curls around this mushroom, you see it sort of plump and come back to life with the moss just above it. And in that moment, it just strikes you. Your life in the garden being what it was, so few times you were confronted with death. And now since you've been in this mortal realm, like every day, somebody you've crossed paths with have perished. And now you have this troop of friends that you travel, and even them have come close to the edge. But Trill, this is the first person of note who you've lost. And you feel it deep. And as you feel that despair, this feeling of loss, your mark burns deep. You feel your wings twitch as if you're being pulled.
Tears fall from Echo's eyes, and he just kind of puts his hands back on her face and puts his forehead to her forehead, leaning down to do it because she's shorter than him. He says,
We'll jog up next to Dar at this point and kind of stand close to him, looking at Echo and this statue.
I don't really know if it's too late. I mean, like, you're still there. But I don't really know if we can save you.
And then he's been thinking this the whole time, like, he knows that he has the power to bring people back or to help them come back from the brink of death. But he doesn't know if it's a one and done or if it's something that he'd be able to do again. So he's conflicted, because if he does bring her back with that, if it happens to work in this case, which he doesn't even know if it would work,
There's only
then
one way to
he
find
might-
out.
I know, but then he might not be able to use it for his party that is literally trying to save the whole world and his realm, and that was their job. Like, they were the two that were chosen to come here.
This loss hits Echo hard.
Yeah, I know it does. I'm
What does-
feeling it. Go ahead, sorry.
Echo has this power, unused, untapped potential. All they need to do is try.
Trail, you were so close to home, so if this works, then you're gonna go home, okay? You're not gonna stay here anymore.
And he'll try. Oh! I guess I should reread it.
No need.
Okay, cool. So I need
Spend
to
your
at least
hope.
look at it real quick. Hold on. I don't remember.
I can walk you through it.
Okay, let me clicky my hope. Okay. Alright. I spent my 3 hope.
So tell us how Echo connects to their mark to do this maybe one final thing for Trill.
He's going to hold his shoulder and he's going to try to like kind of bend his wings to touch Trill with them, and just close his eyes, and one hand will be on her face and one on his shoulder, and he's just gonna try to like envelop her and try to force the magic from him into her.
All right.
Okay, so let's see if there's a hope.
It is. I rolled a 2 and a 3, but it's hope. The 3's the hope.
Okay. As you give in, all the hope, all the love you have for Trill comes flowing from your being into this statue. And it quickly turns to sadness. As you don't feel any feedback. And then you're struck with this daunting thought that you're already too late. It's dizzying. Your breath begins to quicken. Panic starts to set in. And you drop to your knees, staring at the light rippling on the water. The veil falls silent. The other voices, concerned for you, dropping to the ground into fade. The shimmer of the pool vanishes. For a moment, feel calm. You feel only stillness. The air cools. The scent of the soil gives way. Something softer. Clean linen, pressed flowers, candle smoke. When you blink, the light of the world has changed. You stand in a landscape of darkness, mist, quiet, smooth water. The reflection of a sun hangs below you. The moon above. The horizon folds in upon itself. There is no up, there is no down. Only silver emptiness. And as you look around you, you no longer see your friends. You see nothing but a veil of stillness. A ripple disturbs the mirrored water, and from it, you watch it move into the shoreline. Sitting alone, you see a figure. Thin, robed, veiled. Her movement is slow, deliberate, as though she carries the weight of centuries in her every step. As you appear in this realm, she sees you. You draw her attention. Spotlight is to you.
Do I know who this is?
You've never met. You do feel connected to her. You
I'll
do
take
feel.
a-
I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Oh. You do find this realm where you find yourself familiar. Total darkness. The sun and moon. Not outer space.
I know. I didn't think so. Um, he'll take a few steps towards her. And then look out to the water.
So did you bring me here?
Excuse me.
Well, I didn't bring me here, so. And you're the only other being I see, so.
Oh, Echo Light Sprout. Child of the garden. You don't even know the power that you possess. Why do you come here?
So this is very weird because I didn't know I brought me here, so I don't know why I brought me here. Probably because,
You feel despair.
I mean, yeah, there's the realm I've been spending time in is different than the garden, so there's just more despair. Yes.
Mortals. Well, that's why you've come. Because you feel despair. Now, I know you. I marked you in a moment of weakness, nothing more. I know you seek the scars of divinity, but my scar I hold within me.
You get nothing but a sense of like weariness.
Do you feel despair right now too?
Child, I only feel despair.
Oh goodness. Can I come closer?
Certainly, you may sit. You choose to do so.
He'll approach and sit. She's still sitting.
Yeah. She stops looking at you and just begins to look at the pane of glassy water that you both look. It's perfectly motionless. It would otherwise appear to be a mirror if it wasn't for the moon in the sky reflecting as a sun in the water. She says,
You know what it means to be the end of all things, little one.
I don't think I know it anywhere near the amount that you probably know it, but I have seen the effects of, certain gods lately, and can be the end of that realm and possibly the end of the garden, and so I guess kind of like I am near the idea of the end of all things. Is that why you carry your scar within you?
Well, we don't all carry our scars on the outside, love. I am the silencer that follows every song. Cold hand that closes every eye, every blossom that fades, every voice that falters. They all end with me. The mortals pray to Uthara for spring, Belora for life, Raziel for storm, Atheris for dawn. But few, very few pray for their eternal dusk. She's a little bit of a tremble in her voice. Tired, I'm so tired. Tired of being the last breath of all beauty. He offered me something new. A world where I could be the first breath. All things would begin with me instead of end. And I believed him. But his beings, you have met them, have you not?
He'll just
Creatures.
nod. He won't say anything.
His creations devour themselves. The souls, he claims, they never rest. They burn, and they burn, until they are nothing. And still I stay because, well, I do not know how to be anything else.
Do you know how? Can you still help them reach their eternal rest?
The souls are not mine. They're not mine to shepherd. They belong to him now. The shattered one. Those he has taken, anyway.
What about the ones that he hasn't taken yet, but the life is still not there?
I don't have the will. I can't go on doing the
Well,
same
could I
thing.
help?
I don't know how you could, child.
Oh, I don't either.
You would wish this upon yourself to be the end of all things? The destroyer of all beauty? To be at
Well,
the last moments. Everyone's last moments. I am the last thing they experience in their existence. I wouldn't wish that. No.
gotta be better than letting them burn.
And then what? The
Well, I
cycle
don't know what happens
continues.
after.
Oh, you will find out, Echo, Lightsprout.
Yeah.
So what is it you seek? Speak plainly.
So you marked me and the scar is within you. If I'm supposed to go to the scars, the one person that went to the scar so far, literally, like, we just walked there, did some stuff, and walked out. Like, it wasn't like, in a being. How would that even work? Would it make you feel less despair if I took the scar?
The scar's not yours to take.
Hmm.
How would you take my own despair? How would you... Oh.
Well, even though flowers die, they still help more flowers grow when they do die. And when a song ends, it just means that another one can begin. My friend is stuck in a statue.
Is that her ending?
No,
speak?
she's still there. Her ending hasn't ended yet. It's paused. She
You
can't
speak as
move
though
on.
endings can be beautiful.
How can I help? How
And
can
she
I help
waves her hand across the water, and in the reflection, you see images that she has experienced. You see an old dwarf smiling at the forge one last time as he watches his son hard at work. You see a grandmother watching her newborn grandchild experiencing their first sunrise. A soldier laughing as he holds a wound. He smiles, surrounded by his friends. And you see for just a moment he considers what you're saying. What would you have me be, gardener? If not the destroyer? What role do I play? I can't go back to Aaron and Valora after what I've done. I wouldn't want to just be the end taker of life. What role do I play?
Well, I mean, maybe you could play the thoughts of what comes next instead of focusing on the end. As soon as a bard finishes his second or 400th song, you give him the motivation to start another one. It kind of feeds off of the loss or the ending, but it's the hope of what could come of it afterwards, after the loss.
These are all metaphors, child.
That's true.
These are mortals, beings whose lives are ending. To them, they have no more songs. Most of them are just scared.
Oh, well, what if you could take their last wish, right? Can you do that? That's still kind of a metaphor, isn't it?
Kind of, I suppose. I can't grant them anything. I think we both know what they'd all wish for. Don't we?
I mean, I don't know if the grandmother that was watching the newborn, when she died, she might have wished for the newborn to, be happy, And the dwarf might have wanted his son to succeed in life, and, so who knows what their last wish could be. Everyone knows that they have to die, but what if they could, do a little something nice as they go? Can you do that?
You see a faint, very faint smile curl at the corner of her mouth. She says, to offer them some small comfort at the end of their lives. Grace. Yes?
Yeah.
She reaches up and pulls her veil over her hair. She looks at you, truly looks. And for the first time in an age, a mortal watches death smile. You remind me something I forgot a long time ago. Caring for those who cross. Granting them their last grace. Very well. That is better than their souls burning. Wouldn't you agree, little sprite?
Yeah, I think it's a lot better.
I knew I chose wisely. But I'm afraid I do not have the power myself to pull your friend back from the shatters. Well, there is one thing.
What's that?
A part of you, the love you share with your friend, I could take a part of your spark and use it to reclaim your friend's soul. But the consequences, you would be forever with one foot in this realm and one foot in your own.
I am used to go into different realms, so I would be okay with that. Could we have random talks?
This is another metaphor, love. Part of you would need to die. We could certainly have more discussions. You can say, I've quite enjoyed this. But you must agree to do it.
How much of me needs to die?
Just a little. Half or so. It's hard to say.
Half. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
it's your spark, dear. It's your light. A bit of Aaron that's in you. That's the magic. Not everyone wields it like you do, but you should know that you will not be the same. What are you willing to give? Hopefully, one day, give your friend a chance. At her own grace. She reaches her hand out towards you.
Echo, assuming that she wants him to take her hand, will begin reaching for her hand and say,
We all give ourselves to friends and people we meet a little bit at a time. Guess it's okay to give someone a little bit more, right?
Well said, little one.
and then
don't
he'll
worry. I'll be back doing my job. I will feed the shattered one. No more.
Echo smiles.
And in that sweet smile of the fairy, she reaches a hand down and touches your chest. And very carefully pulls a bit of light from you. Closes her eyes and whispers something to it. Then blows it out across the water. And she says, "Go forth, Echo Light Sprout. For the next time I see you, I will be greeting my avatar of grace." And with that, the darkness envelops your vision, and you're pulled from the realm. And that's where we'll take our break. But hey, stick around, because we're going to try to give away that darn hoodie again, if there's enough people hanging out.
Yay!
We're going to give away a hoodie. I have it somewhere. Oh, it's right here. I didn't wear it because last time it was so hot. Stick around. We're giving that away when we come back. Sit tight.
See you soon.
Bye.
Hey friends, have you ever wondered how to bring your TTRPG characters to life with just the right look? Well, in our Daggerheart actual play series, The Shattered God, we're doing exactly that with the help from our friends and today's sponsor, Hero Forge. With Hero Forge, we get to design every detail of our characters and adversaries, from the horns on a fawn wizard to the intricate armor of a Dracona warrior. It's not just about digital customization either. We can actually have these minis printed and shipped right to our door. Now, whether you're playing on a virtual tabletop like we do in Talspire, or gathering around an actual physical table with your friends, Hero Forge allows you to hold your heroes in the palm of your hand, even offering custom color and dice options to match your character style. So if you're ready to bring your heroes to life like we do for the Shattered God, check out Hero Forge today. And a big thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. Bring your world to life with World Anvil, the ultimate tool for building, organizing, and showcasing your TTRPG or novel universe, maps, lore, timelines, and more, all in one powerful platform. Start forging your legend today at World Anvil. Use the link in the description to support the stream. A big thank you to Nat20 Dicery for sponsoring this series. When the official Daggerheart dice set sold out, these artisans crafted me a bespoke set in my channel colors, complete with dramatic duality dice and a fear tracker. They specialize in handcrafted dice, but their catalog doesn't stop there. You'll find 3D printed miniatures for D&D and other TTRPGs, plus unique gifts like dice-infused bath bomb potion packs, perfect for any fantasy lover. Visit nat20dicery.com to explore their dice sets, subscription boxes, miniatures, and other whimsical swag. Every order ships free. Use code GHOSTLIGHT, no space, at checkout to save 10% on your purchase. Nat20 Dicery, because every roll should be legendary.
Hey friends, have you ever wondered how to bring your TTRPG characters to life with just the right look? Well, in our Daggerheart actual play series, The Shattered God, we're doing exactly that with the help from our friends and today's sponsor, Hero Forge. With Hero Forge, we get to design every detail of our characters and adversaries, from the horns on a fawn wizard to the intricate armor of a Dracona warrior. It's not just about digital customization either. We can actually have these minis printed and shipped right to our door. Now, whether you're playing on a virtual tabletop like we do in Talspire, or gathering around an actual physical table with your friends, Hero Forge allows you to hold your heroes in the palm of your hand, even offering custom color and dice options to match your character style. So if you're ready to bring your heroes to life like we do for the Shattered God, check out Hero Forge today. And a big thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. Bring your world to life with World Anvil, the ultimate tool for building, organizing, and showcasing your TTRPG or novel universe, maps, lore, timelines, and more, all in one powerful platform. Start forging your legend today at World Anvil. Use the link in the description to support the stream. A big thank you to Nat20 Dicery for sponsoring this series. When the official Daggerheart dice set sold out, these artisans crafted me a bespoke set in my channel colors, complete with dramatic duality dice and a fear tracker. They specialize in handcrafted dice, but their catalog doesn't stop there. You'll find 3D printed miniatures for D&D and other TTRPGs, plus unique gifts like dice-infused bath bomb potion packs, perfect for any fantasy lover. Visit nat20dicery.com to explore their dice sets, subscription boxes, miniatures, and other whimsical swag. Every order ships free. Use code GHOSTLIGHT, no space, at checkout to save 10% on your purchase. Nat20 Dicery, because every roll should be legendary. Hey friends, have you ever wondered how to bring your TTRPG characters to life with just the right look? Well, in our Daggerheart actual play series, The Shattered God, we're doing exactly that with the help from our friends and today's sponsor, Hero Forge. With Hero Forge, we get to design every detail of our characters and adversaries, from the horns on a fawn wizard to the intricate armor of a Dracona warrior. It's not just about digital customization either. We can actually have these minis printed and shipped right to our door. Now, whether you're playing on a virtual tabletop like we do in Talspire, or gathering around an actual physical table with your friends, Hero Forge allows you to hold your heroes in the palm of your hand, even offering custom color and dice options to match your character style. So if you're ready to bring your heroes to life like we do for the Shattered God, check out Hero Forge today. And a big thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. Bring your world to life with World Anvil, the ultimate tool for building, organizing, and showcasing your TTRPG or novel universe, maps, lore, timelines, and more, all in one powerful platform. Start forging your legend today at World Anvil. Use the link in the description to support the stream. A big thank you to Nat20 Dicery for sponsoring this series. When the official Daggerheart dice set sold out, these artisans crafted me a bespoke set in my channel colors, complete with dramatic duality dice and a fear tracker. They specialize in handcrafted dice, but their catalog doesn't stop there. You'll find 3D printed miniatures for D&D and other TTRPGs, plus unique gifts like dice-infused bath bomb potion packs, perfect for any fantasy lover. Visit nat20dicery.com to explore their dice sets, subscription boxes, miniatures, and other whimsical swag. Every order ships free. Use code GHOSTLIGHT, no space, at checkout to save 10% on your purchase. Nat20 Dicery, because every roll should be legendary. Hey friends, have you ever wondered how to bring your TTRPG characters to life with just the right look? Well, in our Daggerheart actual play series, The Shattered God, we're doing exactly that with the help from our friends and today's sponsor, Hero Forge. With Hero Forge, we get to design every detail of our characters and adversaries, from the horns on a fawn wizard to the intricate armor of a Dracona warrior. It's not just about digital customization either. We can actually have these minis printed and shipped right to our door. Now, whether you're playing on a virtual tabletop like we do in Talspire, or gathering around an actual physical table with your friends, Hero Forge allows you to hold your heroes in the palm of your hand, even offering custom color and dice options to match your character style. So if you're ready to bring your heroes to life like we do for the Shattered God, check out Hero Forge today. And a big thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. Bring your world to life with World Anvil, the ultimate tool for building, organizing, and showcasing your TTRPG or novel universe, maps, lore, timelines, and more, all in one powerful platform. Start forging your legend today at World Anvil. Use the link in the description to support the stream. A big thank you to Nat20 Dice.
And we're back. Hello, everybody. I hope you had a nice break. I certainly did. Although I did not eat any potato products.
I've got an apple.
Pomme de terre, which is a potato, I guess.
What about soup? Anyone eating soup?
Apple soup?
I had pea soup earlier today.
No, that's apple juices. Sage. It's not soup.
Was it split pea? Okay, everybody,
Yeah.
thanks for hanging out. I'm not sure who we have left, but this is what we're gonna do. It's hoodie time. We're giving away a hoodie. Cast is absolutely welcome to join this as well. You're saying no. You're giving me the no.
Ooh.
Don't let Cast do it. You all put in lots of work and stuff in this. Go for it. If you don't want to, you don't have to, obviously. We're going to try this again. So how this works is that I'm going to put the opportunity in the chat. And then, gosh, I don't know what happens after that, to be honest with you. Let me look over here on the website. This comes through groupactionroll.com, which is through Fourth Wall. You're going to see it appear. Is it random? Does it just randomly select a viewer? You all have done this in Solid's channel before, right?
That
After if they enter,
type in the code. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I got to put my zip code in. Do we see something in? There it goes. All right. So do ! Enter to win. And it will automatically enroll you. You have 3 minutes to join over here on Twitch.
3 whole minutes.
3 whole minutes. I can't do any more than 3 minutes. I don't know. We were trying to figure it out during the break. It's just...
Is it supposed to be
What do they win,
capitalized?
Ghost? Yes.
They...
Oh.
This
We all screwed up.
lovely hoodie, group action roll.
Ah.
I don't know.
It's quite nice. I'm a fan. I tried wearing it last time, and it was so warm that I was like, I can't keep this thing on.
Is that through Fourth Wall? Those things
It
are
is.
comfy.
Yeah, it's through Fourth Wall. I forget which one it is. Super cozy. Like both. There's a hat over there as well. The embroidered stuff just looks outstanding. I got some samples and I'm really stoked because since changing to group action roll, I made sure that we could use colors that actually had available in their embroidery, because Ghostlight, not so much. No embroidery for Ghostlight. So, all right, we're gonna see who wins this bad boy.
Whoop, whoop.
For those of you watching, do exclamation point enter to win or to enter in the drawing. And we will move on. So, while we're waiting to find out who won, Echo,
Yes.
as you are torn from the veil of stillness, you are suddenly back. I
I'm
just realized
assuming I'm on my knees at the moment still.
you're right back to where you were. To those around you, it's like you never left, but just suddenly this energy sort of flows from you. Please describe the ways in which your character is physically or otherwise changed by this experience.
Well, to everyone's perspective, as Echo fell to his knees, probably starting to cry more right before the shift over happened. As he was there just with his eyes closed, the golden hue from his shoulder and his wing kind of spreads and ripples out. The one on the shoulder kind of goes up his neck a little bit. And then it expands within the wing some. And then right as it finishes kind of expanding, that's whenever he comes back to it. I almost kind of, I don't know. Yeah, I think that's good. Just the expansion of it and it kind of like cracking kind of up through his skin on his face. And then, yeah, through the wing some more.
Is it all that gold color?
Yes. Question.
Yes.
The lady, is she wearing any particular colors? remember.
The goddess who you met,
Yeah.
Nazara. She was
Yeah.
she was veiled in all black.
Okay. Can the expansion part, not the original hit, but the expansion have like veins of black within the gold?
Yeah.
Okay. That is what it is. To symbolize the deeper connection.
And as you come back into this realm, and for those that are with you, it's like you never left. All they see is that expansion of that mark as it works its way across your body and up your face, towards your chest, down your torso. And in that moment, you look up and you see Frill's statue. And there's no change. Just a moment. Until, just by your knees, a pebble falls. And another. And then suddenly, like molting of skin, the rocks begin to slowly fall off the statue until it's revealed Frill with her arm raised, fully intact underneath. And she begins to cough. What? And she looks down at you and says, Echo, is that you? She reaches down and touches your face, looking at the scar. And it's like, what's happened to you? Are you okay?
Well, a lot's happened, but like, I mean, you're alive again, so that's good.
And then he'll like hug her.
She gives you just the biggest embrace, full, all across your neck, legs in the air, tackling you down to the ground. As she begins to recount how she's been looking for you. She went and left the garden the same as you did, looking for answers. And when she returned, she learned that the area that you were in is where the shattering happened. And since then, she's devoted all of her time looking for Echo.
Oh my gosh. Ghost, how dare you? I was already done with the crying, okay? Or the almost crying. He smiles softly, and just kind of shakes his head. Well, I'm here, but I can't go back. I have to stop him. So
But you have to stop who? I don't understand.
there are other statues, right, in the area?
Yeah.
He'll point to the other statues and then kind of just pick up some pebbles and kind of show her. You were, a statue.
What?
But yeah. There's this really bad guy that's going around everywhere, turning everyone into statues and taking their souls before they get to move on. It's awful. You should go back.
She suddenly realized, but I can't. I'm having a hard time with Trill's voice. Up until we started this, I thought it was a he, so I was practicing for.
Oh, it's fine.
No, it's okay.
But I helped the elves. They were all I let them into the garden, and how long was I like that?
Throg had said that the gross meat stuff at the beginning was like, what, 2-3 weeks old? Something like that.
Well, it's been like,
Well,
2-3
based on the
weeks.
cheese and
Maybe.
So she looks at you. She's like,
There's been mortals in the garden for weeks.
Yeah.
Virilyn's gonna be so mad.
I mean, probably, yeah. But, I mean, how many were there?
Like 5,000?
That's a lot of mortals.
I
you
know.
That's I mean, you saved a lot of people. If you
Yeah.
didn't save them, they'd all be dead.
They might be dead.
I mean, they might be dead. But you could go find out. I don't know what you need to do, but
I'm
I mean, we're
scared.
probably a couple months away from being able to kill that god. I don't really know.
You're gonna kill a god? Echo?
It's complicated.
What happened to
it's-
your face? I'm so confused.
It's with I don't know what my face looks like, and I can't look in that water because that water's just home.
so as you're all watching this, like these two little voices discuss 5,000 elves maybe dying in another realm. What's everyone doing?
being
Oleg's
confused.
thinking of breaking the news that Solaris is also not happy that they're in the garden, but he's going to wait his moment a little longer.
Why were they heading towards the pond?
And Trill leans over to Echo. Is that an orc?
Yeah, he's also helping us kill the god.
Oh, I guess if you were gonna kill a god, you'd probably want an orc on your side. Yeah, that makes...
He's pretty
makes
strong.
sense. Well,
He's also the king of the orcs.
Your Highness?
And she does a little curtsy.
Please don't
I
do
was-
that here.
Yes, my lord.
And she explains that she was helping as she was looking for Echo, popping in and out of these portals that they use. She came to this one in the middle of the shattered ransacking, this laying waste to this area, and she was the one that started burying these people in. So she was trying to just to save them.
Well, that was very nice of you to do that. I know that they're not going to be happy. Did you at least tell them not to step on the grass?
There wasn't really time.
Yeah. Oh. Well, hopefully it's better than last time.
So as Trill is sort of recounting everything that's happened to them up to this point, searching for you, looking for answers, and then appearing here and everything else, you all realize that Elmd is nowhere to be found.
Gonna have to put a bell on that one.
Elmd, we sort of jump over you pushing through the garden. Sorry, the veil of Elrion. Can't talk anymore. There's so many veils in this episode. Alarian, the veil of Alarian. Looking at the trees that you recognize from your vision. And as you wander through, you come across silverleaf tree. You're sort of following the trail of light through overgrown roots, whispering leaves. They're thick, luminous, just so much life. And you see this tree, this bark carved with words that glow like embers in dying fire. And you hear a voice from behind you. As he speaks, he walks up. The book that's in your cart, he picks up. And he says,
Well, I suppose it ends here, doesn't it?
and as he walks around your cart, you see a familiar face. It's Raish, but much older. It's the older version of Raish that you experienced way back in Unesra. He's not looking at the book. He's looking at you, and he says,
This is where the story eats itself, I suppose. The threads converge, The loom just sort of unravels.
As he holds the tome, he says,
You've felt it, haven't you? The way truth bends under the weight of all that you've seen. And the pattern has begun to collapse in upon itself. Every revelation birthing its own story.
I think. I mean, what does Elland know about what Raish is talking about?
nothing. I mean, it's nothing specific, just everything that Elam has experienced. You know, all of these divine beings doing what divine beings do, sort of like using mortals as their own pawns. He's speaking specifically to how Elam feels about
Yeah.
their place in all of this. When he speaks of these truths that Elam has seen making these stories, it's all about, you know, how stories are always told from a specific viewpoint, and that truth can be whatever the storyteller wants it to be.
Elend is going to reply to Raish, and tell him this web is exhausting. I seek only one final truth.
And what truth might that be?
I seek the solution necessary to protect my home.
Well, I suppose the solution to protect your home is to probably finish what you started. Let me ask you this. Do you have time to sit with me? There is much that I think we should discuss. Your friends will be fine without you for a while. Besides, for people like us, Elland, time is merely an inconvenience.
Yeah, Elend is going to look at Raish, just consider him in the way that Elend does, and almost kind of settles back into their wheelbarrow, saying, yes, there is always time for us.
There is, and if you are to be my successor, then there is much for us to go over. For Caloris's particular, and easily Manipulated isn't the word I say. Swayed. So, you have some important decisions ahead of you. So please, I wish to sit and talk about what your intentions are with Kilores. And in that moment, we take the spotlight and bring it back to the rest of you sitting by the water. No idea where Elend is or what has happened to them.
Echo's gonna look to Trill.
Frog,
Go ahead.
did anybody keep an eye out for Elend?
Well, it was your turn to watch them.
The person, they move so quickly in their wheelbarrow. You turn away for one moment and they move like from one place to the next. I cannot
Well, you
keep my
should have
hand.
known
You
that.
figured you'd hear them.
You should have known that when they, when you took the job. And it's your turn. I've been keeping the track.
Damn.
Ever since
look
the
around for-
cottage, ever since the cottage, we've been taking turns. If this was your turn,
Yeah, you're right. I want to look around to see if there aren't the wheelbarrow trucks anywhere around.
I'm sorry. I know that I'm really worried about my friends in the garden. Echo, tell them that I think I may have locked all of the elves in. And
Yeah. Because they can't really go in there without you, like, helping them, and they can't leave,
yeah.
without you helping them. So you're gonna go back?
I could use some help.
walked in where?
Well, here's my question and a little bit of a conundrum, okay? So, this world isn't necessarily safe, and I don't know if they're gonna just die. It's pretty complicated. Because, I mean, it would really stink for you to brought them in there and then bring them back, and then they'd be like, oh, there's still lives there. Go kill them, you know?
True, yeah, but if they're Farillan and the army are killing them already, then
That is true.
She's gonna turn her hand behind and just wave over the water, and those of you who couldn't see it before will see this shining come from the water. This light shoots up, revealing the portal that is there.
Okay. So, it's normally like my responsibility to keep an eye on Elend. Like, not really a responsibility, it's just kind of what I do, so I didn't see where there was more. Okay, so we could go there, and we need to figure out where they can go, because I don't know if they can go here. Maybe there's another portal we could send them to a world that's not, like, being destroyed actively, you know?
yeah, that would work, yeah.
Okay. Who was trying to get us? We were supposed to come here for somebody. Anybody feel their marks? Like, trying to get you to touch a scar here? I'll take the silence as a no.
What's a scar? I don't have any scars. I don't.
No, not you.
Oh,
Everybody else.
I'm pretty sure it was Elland.
Oh. Well, maybe they got like sucked into their scar. And they'll be back.
is that a thing? Sucked into a scar?
I mean, I kind of got teleported somewhere that is darkness just a minute ago. So maybe. But I think I was still here. But there. It's weird. God stuff is weird here.
Trill just looks at you with this look on her face like you might as well be speaking Galapia.
Okay, so there's lots of people in there. I have to help you help the people get out of there and to somewhere else. But I also have these people that I'm kind of tied to. So either they stay here while I go help you, or they come with me while I go help you. But I don't want to leave Elland alone.
I have somewhere they could go.
What?
I have somewhere they could go, but I'm not quite sure how to get there.
Well, maybe it's like the way that, the goddess said that I got where I went was because I wanted to. Is it like that?
Don't know, I've only been there once. Well, once recently.
Well, that's cool. Maybe we could try that. After we go find the elves and make sure that there's still some of them there. Do y'all want to come with me? We should be able to come right back here.
Trill is like slowly walking backwards into the water.
If it's like how you went, we didn't even notice you left. So, in theory, we'd be coming right back to now.
Oh no, it won't be like that. Time still passes. Where we're going.
Don't like leaving Ellen behind.
Well, maybe we could leave a note and tell Ellen to just chill here and read their book. I'm gonna do that.
Echo's gonna write a note to Ellen. And then at the bottom of the note, it's basically just going to say everything I just said. Like, we have to go do this thing. Don't know where you went. And then at the end, Echo's going to write all the words that Echo has learned in Ellen's language. It's probably like 14 words, and they're all like, and, of, the, stuff like that,
Soup,
Ellem'd, like, just random words that just to prove that it's Echo. And guess we're gonna like get the rubble from Trill's stone and kind of like put it in a picture, like to hold it down.
and then
So you'll try to help us.
And Echo starts walking backwards into the puddle portal.
Y'all gonna come into my home. Don't step on the grass. Walk on the trails. All of the things are alive. The trees, everything is alive. Like alive.
The grass is alive too. If you can fly, you could probably.
Yeah, it is alive. Don't step on the grass. It hurts them.
Yeah.
Trill reaches down and grabs your hand as you start to walk into the puddle portal. All right, so we are at the 3 hour and some change mark. Going to give you the chance to hop off or keep pushing forward. It's a good jumping off point.
It is pretty good.
They don't all
Especially
have to
since
be
they're
4
about to
hours
have
long.
to go into that whole new world. You know?
It's a whole new world. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, as you each begin to push through the water, light around you bends. You expect to feel the cold wetness of the water as you start to walk in, but all you feel is warmth and light. The veil around you folds in on itself. Branches twist, marble crumble, sky bleeds a colorless mist. For a heartbeat, there's no sound, there's no ground, there's no sky. Only a low hum of eternity between realms. You step through. The air on the other side is warm and damp, heavy with the scent of moss and loam. You hear songbirds, but strange. Not to Echo, but to everyone else. It's a different type of bird than what you're used to hearing. The tones harmonize like a choir. Sky is green and gold at once, clouds of shimmering pollen drifting like dust motes in sunlight. And as you each pull yourself upon the rocks of a pond on the other side, you find yourself standing in the garden, down in the grass. Not the one Echo remembers. This place is different. It's frayed. The edges of the world seem thinner than they were when he was last here. As though reality is being held together by memory alone. And as you come off the rocks onto the path, you see a stone road pushed through wood carts, provisions left on the road. You see nestled tents in the hollow of a hill, where the now empty elven encampment lies. And that is where we will end it. Good job, everybody. So much fun. I didn't roll anything. So I didn't spend. I'm good. Saving it up.
You killed off all the elves. That should be worth about 4 then.
You don't know that I killed them off. You don't know what could happen in the next episode. So, lots of stuff happening. The end of October into November. Kind of crazy. So, next week, we have session 0. I'm getting this right. Next week's the 16th. Yeah. Next week on Thursday, 9 p.m., we have session 0 for the Watchfires of Carvos Keep. That is the first one-shot of the Shattered God. It happens within the world that we're playing, but in a completely separate location over in Corvallis. I'm super pumped. We got a great team and like kind of a great mix of people and story. It happens, the actual event itself happens the day before Halloween on the 30th. But after the one shot, the next Thursday's our next session. That's the 23rd. One shot's the 30th. And then we have 2 weeks off, November 2nd and November 6th. No, November 2nd and November 9th. whatever it is. We have 2 weeks off of this, and then we're right back that third week, I think. Something like that. So stay tuned. Join us next week for our session 0 for the one shot, and then this next session on the 23rd of October. I was like, I'm going to remember the date. This is the episode that I'm like, I remember the date. All right. Thank you all for hanging out and playing Daggerheart with us. As always, your Rift Walkers. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Good night.
There's a crack in the sky where the stars used to be, and the prayers that we whispered now fall at our feet. What we thought was eternal was only a spark. Now the gods are just echoes that fade in the dark. But I still hear a voice like a fire in the rain, saying, go on, remember, don't let this be in vain. We were born from the ashes, we rise from the pain, carving names into silence, rewriting the flame. If the heavens are breaking, then we'll stand where they fell. We are more than their echoes. We are the story we tell. We were marked in the night by a hand we don't know, with a burden we carry but never let show. Every step is a secret, each choice is a threat. Will we fight for the fallen or crown gods instead? And it's more than a fate, it's a promise